So we back with another video. Today we got y'all boys with the best fade animations, best shot creator animations, so go-to shots. And we're gonna go over everything. So when you seen my video going over the guards, swings, bigs, it's pretty much that. We're gonna be giving y'all all the best stuff for dribble pull-ups, spin jumpers, hop jumpers. We're gonna go over hezzies. We're gonna go over everything that you need and more in terms of creating shot creation in this video. If y'all do want more videos like this, like the video. But yeah, that's gonna be it. Y'all do want more, like, subscribe, all that good stuff out the way. Further ado, no more talking. Let's hop into it. And then, all right, go-to shots. Now, I'm gonna be honest, go-to shots, I found a couple. I'm gonna be honest. I've been testing these a little bit more because, like I said, I've been trying new things for some of this, just preparing for when I gotta do these tests later on in the future, because it's gonna be easier if I'm trying to do a lot more at the same time, accomplish things at the same time. So I've been actually testing out some of these go-to shots, and I'm here to tell you, I got a couple new ones. Now, I'm gonna be honest, you still got the Stephen Currys, but if I'm being real with you, CJ McCollum, I don't see a lot of people talking about the CJ McCollum. The CJ McCollum is very, very green. And it's very, very tough to guard. It goes forward where it's hard to bump, and it's so quick and fast that, in my opinion, is one of the best ones in the game. Now, there was another one I haven't really been using as much. I think Malik Monk may be it. It's very similar to the CJ McCollum, but it does come down to the fact that I don't like, because a lot of these have multiple. So depending on which way you're going, you won't get that best one. So that's why I like CJ McCollum more. But Ja Morant, I think Ja Morant is actually somewhat popular. I just been sleeping. So I'm not gonna say I found this, but I was looking through these, testing these, just going through these, and Ja Morant was very good. You can use this to combo up. You can use it to do a lot of things. If you want to shoot off of it, I don't think it's as good as CJ McCollum, me personally, but that's just what I say. And then DeLon Wright is just very fast, and it goes forward. So if you want to use it to combo with, I think it's good. But if you want to shoot off of, it's just not that good in my opinion. I wouldn't do it, me personally. If I was to shoot off any of them, it would be mainly CJ McCollum, and that would probably be the main one I recommend. But right after it, you got Ja Morant. I think Buddy Hield was actually another one that I liked. Yeah, Buddy Hield was also solid. But for the most part, the two main ones I recommend in terms of go-to shots, CJ McCollum, Ja Morant. All right, now, next we got the shot creator animations. Now, I told y'all in the guard, I've been working on this getting more defined and what I believe is the best. So we got a lot for this one as well. I went over a lot for the layups. I'm going to go over a lot for this one. Now, I'm going to go over this one in order, though. Bryce Sensabaugh, in my opinion, is the best one in the game for swings. I think it's the closest to, like, the CJ McCollum, the Ja Morants I was discussing when I went over the guards. Now, if you want something that's similar to Ja Morant for swings, I would say that's DeLon Wright. I don't think the shooting off of it is as smooth as Ja, but I don't think shooting off either one is that good. You're just using it to pretty much create separation fast, and that's what they both do. But Bryce Sensabaugh is the one I would probably say is like the Malik Monks, the CJ McCollums of the guards. Bryce Sensabaugh, in my opinion, is very good. Now, to go alongside Bryce Sensabaugh, Devin Vassell is very solid as well. You can use this in a lot of different situations, kind of similar to what I was saying with the CJ McCollums of the guards. This is kind of similar in that vein. The next one I would probably have to recommend would probably have to be Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter is very solid as well. It does a lot of the things that you really want to do. It goes forward, so it makes the bump very, very unnecessary, but it also goes forward and steps back off the bump to create even more space off of the fact they can't bump you. So yeah, Kevin Huerter is very, very good. If you see these top three I just said, that I said pretty much to shoot off of, Bryce Sensabaugh, Devin Vassell, Kevin Huerter, they all do like some type of step back while also going forward before the said step back. Those are kind of my favorite ones in terms of the go-to shots. Halliburton is another one like that. Where is he at? Dylan Brooks is very solid as well. Branham is not really one that goes for it, but it does a step back. So like, if you're sizing somebody up kind of like a rhythm dribble, I think Branham is solid. It also does have one that does go forward within it. So it is solid for that. But for the most part, I think it's just good because it does, for the most part, stand still and then do a step back off of it to create the little extra separation if somebody's sagging off of you. Then you got ones like LaMelo, which is just solid. It goes forward, but it pretty much goes in place and then goes backwards, but it doesn't create that much separation. That's why it's not as high as some of the other ones. Then you have some of the meta ones that are just popular for a reason. Jimmy Butler, very, very good. Simple as that. Paul George, very, very good. Simple as that. And then Kevin Durant, very, very, very good. All right, next is the fade animations. When it comes to the best go-to shots for bigs, it's not that many to go over compared to the swings and the guards. I ain't gonna lie, but I got the best ones for y'all boys. In my opinion, the best one for the bigs, I would say, is Kevin Durant. Now, it's just not much. Now, the most underrated one might actually be Embiid. Embiid is very smooth. It does a little, I'm telling y'all, the dribble into the defender ones where it pretty much takes the bump out of the situation, but then it does like a step back off of it are the best ones. The only thing I'll say about Embiid, the step back isn't that big, so that's kind of what it is. But then we got Pascal Siakam. I've been saying this all year for the bigs. This is probably the one I've been saying the most, but I probably have to say Kevin Durant is the best one. I have Paolo, but Paolo literally doesn't even do a step back. He just steps back, keeps dribbling, and then shoots. So I wouldn't even recommend that. I would just say KD, Joel Embiid, and Siakam. But the go-to shots for bigs are just not that good, in my opinion. All right, next is the dribble pull-ups. We got the usual suspects, normal 2, pro 2. I'm back on the pro 2 wave. It really depends on how I'm feeling between these two. But I'm also going to recommend y'all boys Devin Booker. I made a Tyler Hero build because I ain't going to lie. If y'all sleep, Tyler Hero been hooping this year. He been taking his chains. D. Mitch, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. Name your favorite two guard. He outplayed them this year when he played them. It's just simple as that. But I ain't going to lie. I was testing out Devin Booker, and it was actually smooth. I actually tried out Tyler Hero fade. It was pretty solid, but in my opinion, for the guards, I would say pro 2, normal 2. You also got Cam Thomas, who's down here. Ben McLemore is actually very, very underrated. It's been underrated for time. I'm trying to see if I guess Steph Curry, but I've never been a huge Steph Curry guy. I would say Cam Thomas mainly, normal 2, pro 2. You can use some of these other ones, but those are the 3 I would personally recommend. All right, next is the fades. It really does come down to if you're starter 4 or not. Kobe is the starter 4 animation for the fades. I think Bam is a starter 4 as well. Bam is actually a solid fade this year. I was testing it. It's solid. It just don't get that high off the ground, but if you want to get a lot of greens, Bam is really good. And it's very consistent going left and right. It's not too much difference in it. That's why I also like Pro 2 a lot. But yeah, Pro 2 and Normal 2, I still would say is the best 2. But Bam, Kobe, MJ, those are the extra ones I would probably have to say. D-Book is solid, but for the most part, those are the ones I probably would have to say. All right, next is the best fades. I guess dribble pull-ups, whatever you want to call it. In my opinion, the best ones, you got Normal 2, you got Bam, and you got KD. Now, there are some other solid ones. But in my opinion, you're going Normal 2 or Bam. KD is very good. There's another really solid one in here. But outside of those, I would personally just go with just Normal 2. But if you're not going that, I would go Bam. If you're not going that, go KD. And then, all right, the spin jumpers. I'm going to be real with you. You got the pro spin jumper. You got the normal. The normal is not good this year. They nerfed it to smithereens this year. It's just not good. So I would say pro is definitely acknowledgeable. Devin Booker, in my opinion, is very solid. I've said this for time. When it comes to the De'Aaron Fox, when it comes to the Kyle, well, it don't really matter for this one. Because Kyle Kuzma and Devin Vassell are most of swings. But when it comes to like the De'Aaron Fox, those that step in, I don't like them. But the ones that are fast, Devin Booker, De'Aaron Fox, Kyrie Irving, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these are very solid. Trey Young is solid. Russell Westbrook is also solid. This is another one that steps in similar to De'Aaron Fox. I'm going to be honest though. Allen Iverson, I really put it on to take ankles, but it's honestly a really good one in the game. So I would also have to throw in Allen Iverson with that pro, with that Devin Booker. Those are the 3 I would personally recommend for the guards. You could throw Kyrie in that fold as much as you want to. In my opinion, it's up to you. I see a lot of people in the comments saying Kyrie Irving every single time I do this. So if you want to put Kyrie Irving in these convos, go ahead. Kyrie Irving is good. It's not one of those that really step in all the time. It steps in sometimes, but it's not one of those, and it's fast. So if you really want something that's fast, Kyrie Irving can be your normal substitute. I just never been like, this is what I say about Kyrie Irving. If you're a super shot creator guy and you don't have to expect it to be the same animation every single time, you just know how to time it, Kyrie Irving may be OP for you. But for me, I really want something that's going to throw off the defender, and I can expect almost the same animation if I do it. And it's really more so for a bailout. I'm not going to be doing this every possession. So that's just what I say when I'm saying like pro, when I'm saying the Devin Booker, when I'm saying the Allen Iverson. It's just what it is. But yeah, those are the spin jumpers I would personally recommend for the guards. And then for the spin jumpers, I'm be honest with you, it's not that many, but these are good. You got Pro, you got Kuzma, you got Devin Vassell. Kuzma, I would probably say is the best one for swings. Devin Vassell steps in, but if you're a midi warrior, it's gonna be very good. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, to go alongside that, I gotta say Luka, because what is this? How is this not a travel? It's literally doing a spin jumper into a double step back. That is, I don't understand how this is even possible. But yeah, Luka, if you master this, it's gonna be tough. Now, it is slow. I will say that. That's the only thing I say, and I had to throw it in the video because of what it is, but yeah. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I would personally recommend Kuzma the most out of those, but Pro and Vassell are very good. But Luka, if you master this, you may be a monster. I ain't gonna lie. All right, next is the spin jumpers. Now, you see I got KD on. I was just testing that out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. The best one in the game for bigs, in my opinion, is Dirk. It's just a little slow. That's the only thing I'll say. But the spin jumpers for bigs are just not that good. So whether you want to use KD, whether you even want to use normal, they're just not that good this year for bigs. Kind of gonna be the moral of the story for a lot of these animations. You're just gonna be picking the best out of not that great of animations. And then for the hop jumpers, it's not complicated. It is extremely simple. You got stuff like Normal 2. You got stuff like Jordan Clarkson. You got, I'm gonna be honest, I tested a lot of these early in the year. Jalen Green is solid, but I'm gonna be real with you. It's really only 2 you need to be putting up, in my opinion. Either you gonna, oh, well, that's cap. It's 3. You got the James Harden, where you can shoot off of, use it as a step back, use it to combo dribble moves. It's very good. You got the Kyle Lowry, which I would probably say is the best this year because it creates the most space. You can use it in all the ways I just said for James Harden, but it'd be a little bit better, more so for creating space and dribble out of than James Harden. But James Harden is probably better to shoot off of, in my opinion. But then you got one that's pretty much supposed to be taking the chain of Davion Mitchell. That I pass him? De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox is very good this year. So if you want to go with De'Aaron Fox, this is one that you can also use. But yeah, for the most part, hop jumpers, they're very good this year. You can use them in a lot of different ways. Whether you want to do chain, whether you want to speed boost, whether you want to combo, whether you want to shoot off of, it is up to you. Hop jumpers are very, very good this year. And then last but not least for the shot animations, the hop jumpers. Personally, I gotta recommend Harden the most. I think Harden is genuinely just one of the best ones in the game. But then you also got stuff like Jordan Clarkson, where they tried to nerf it after season 1, but it's still very good for combos. Then you got Normal 2, which I do still think is very solid. You got D-Book, which I think is very good, that a lot of people, I don't know why, but they don't use. But Harrison Barnes is another one that I really like this year. Harrison Barnes is very, very solid. So yeah, it's a lot of other solid ones. I've went over this in my first shot animations video when I tested all these for the first time. I'm gonna probably have to retest them when I do the testing shot animation video. But yeah, for the most part, these are the best hop jumpers in the game. And I don't want it to be confused on what hop jumpers are really for. They're for chaining combos. You can speed boost out of them. You can shoot off of them. It's a lot of different ways you can use hop jumpers this year. I would really categorize hop jumpers as more of a dribble animation this year because you can do so much with it. Kind of similar to a step back. Kind of like how I do put step backs with shot animations in them videos. But yeah, hop jumpers. Very, very good this year. All right, next is the hop jumpers. Now, when it comes to the hop jumpers, I actually found a really solid one for bigs. But Normal 2, I would probably have to say is the best for combinations, dribbling, speed boosting. If you want to do anything like that for a hop jumper, for a big, I think that would be the one that you need to have on your list. Jokic is very good for creating space and shooting off of, but it's kind of hard to shoot off of. But if you want to shoot off of, it's going to be very good. But if you ever get good at it. But like I said, it's kind of hard to do that, like in terms of timing it. But Dirk, in my opinion, the best one to time to shoot off of is Dirk. Dirk is very good for shooting off of and is very good to time off. But excluding all of that, the best one in the game, I would probably have to say outside of Normal 2, is Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam, hop jumper, is very, very good for the bigs. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Banger week, banger month, I feel like was a W. It was giving codes all the way till Christmas. Then we really got into banger week, giving y'all pretty much hits. Stuff that y'all could help, stuff that y'all been asking for, stuff that y'all need. Just important stuff. So, yeah, if y'all do want another one, we can do that again. We can spin the block, but we gotta, you know what I'm saying, keep getting these subs up. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. If you a member, you join the channel. Hey, you're gonna get your added little perks. You're gonna be able to see videos early and all that type of stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If y'all do want more videos like this, like the video, like I said, subscribe. Make sure you share the video to anybody you think would help or enjoy. Make sure you got notifications to be first to all the videos. Further ado though, man, it's your boy Fitz, man. And out of it, man.
I got digital dash, came right with a I walk in the store and I bought the stock. I hide in the bins and pull off the lot. Got Tiffany diamond, it cost me a lot. They flying like birds.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
Now, when it comes to the post phase, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna make y'all wait on this one. Post phase, I'm gonna be honest. The post animations, we're gonna go over all this real quick. Post fade, in my opinion, you can go a lot of different ways. You can go quick with it, with Vucevic, where it's quick and smooth. You got Siakam, where it's smooth, but it's a little bit slower. Dirk is Dirk. It gotta be. Come on now. Then if you want something similar to like the Kobe MJ fade, I think the Kobe MJ fade, the closest you're gonna get to it is KD this year. They have a Kobe one. They have a, I don't know if they have an MJ one, but I know they have a Kobe or MJ one, and it's not as good as it has been in the past. And KD is the one I use if I'm doing a post fade, so that's why you see I have KD equipped. But Luka is also very good. Anthony Davis is also very good, and Pro. Those are the ones I personally would recommend for the post phase. And then, all right, for the post hooks, in my opinion, the best one in the game is Embiid. Apparently they buffed him. When I did the badge video, I didn't get to test it out, so I just had to put that where I thought it was gonna be if they buffed him. But apparently people on the badge video were still saying it was bad. Now I don't know if that's just my community. I don't know if y'all just be making post scores and y'all are post scores and salty that post scoring is not broken in terms of post hooks. I don't know. But yeah, I was testing it. It's not that good. I'm not gonna lie. But so post hooks, what it is. But the best one in the game for me, Joel Embiid. But I don't really think that a lot of people using this. I'm just giving y'all this. It's just kind of like some of them dribble moves that a lot of people don't use. It's just what it is. Post hop shot. Best one in the game, in my opinion, is Anthony Davis. I can't use Kobe, obviously. But Anthony Davis may be the best one in the game in general. But yeah, Anthony Davis, best post hop shot. It's not that many options. But yeah, Anthony Davis is the one I personally would recommend.